the air. Rob Marciano and their 3 pets all died. And now we learn someone in the home did in fact make a call beforehand saying they did not feel well. So what happened? Chilling 911 calls just in tonight, the deadly school shooting, students pleading for help on the last day of classes. President Trump on the phone today with Vladimir Putin, and after Robert Mueller found sweeping efforts by the Russians, the president is asked, did you confront Putin about it? The measles emergency trapped on that cruise ship now on the move tonight, but what those passengers will have to do or they won't let them off. The young U.S. Army soldier who fell into the active Kilauea volcano and survived. Tonight, how they got him out. The newborn baby dropped after delivery, and tonight the father who was recording this video furious. And how often does this happen? Diane Sawyer reporting tonight, Screen Time. What our children know, the experiment right here. Parents are asked not to look away from their phones for just 2 minutes. And wait until you see what happens. It is eye-opening. The medical emergency for Kelly Clarkson, even as she was performing in front of millions. How was she able to do it?
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening. It's great to have you with us here at a very busy night of news ahead. And we begin tonight with the severe weather threat as we come on the air. Already 3 reported tornadoes, heavy rain and hail from Texas up to Pennsylvania we're watching tonight and the Northeast. A twister causing heavy damage in LaGrange, Texas. The system generating, in fact, more than 60 reported tornadoes since this began across several states. Record flooding tonight in the Midwest, and this new video showing the moment a levee breached in Davenport, Iowa, buckling to the Mississippi River there. The system now moving up into the Northeast, heavy rain and dangerous driving. We have the track for you tonight, and meteorologist Rob Marciano leads us off.
Tonight, relentless rain across so much of the country. And Texas under the gun with severe storms for a 4th straight day, with water rescues outside Houston.
As you can tell, water is pretty deep in some of these areas out here.
East of Austin in Fayette County.
All fire departments, be advised, tornado has touched down.
Tornado!
A tornado demolishing this heavy equipment company. Workers say they hit anywhere they could.
You felt the air get sucked out of the room, but everybody walked out of that building. And I attribute that to our God above.
Trucks flipped, sheet metal shredded, and wrapped around the tops of trees. From Texas to Arkansas to Missouri, more than 60 tornadoes reported in a severe weather outbreak that's not over yet. The death toll rising in northern Indiana. A 2-year-old boy drowned as his mother drove into 8 feet of water. In Iowa, watch as people in Davenport run for higher ground. New video showing the moment a levee failed this week, with water rushing in. The Mississippi River rising to levels higher than the Great Flood of 1993, cresting above 22 feet. Communities downstream are worried.
It's getting to the point now we're going to have to keep an eye on it 24 hours a day.
Crews racing to shore up levees there.
So let's get right to Rob Marciano with us live tonight. And Rob, this whole system really has been relentless for days. It's on the move tonight.
Finally, David, this thing has been stalled and stuck for the entire week, but we do see some movement tonight. We're going to pay the price, though. We have severe thunderstorm watches in a couple of places across the country, northern Virginia and through parts of Maryland as well, and then back through Texas. You see that front snaking across much of the country. I'm worried about Austin tonight, San Antonio. That low you see south of San Angelo, that's going to kind of kick this pattern through. Houston, you'll get it in the early morning hours through New Orleans, then eventually getting up into the Northeast tomorrow night and through Sunday. The latter half of the weekend here looks to be a mess. David?
We'll be watching you this weekend, Rob. Thank you. And now to the silent horror. A family of 4 and 3, their 3 pets have all died in their Ohio home from carbon monoxide. And now we learn that someone from the home actually called beforehand saying they were not feeling well. Authorities say the mother and father and their 2 children were discovered dead. And at first, when they arrived, they say the levels were so high they could not get an accurate reading. Here's ABC's Gio Benitez tonight.
Tonight, new details into the tragic discovery of this family of 4 and their 3 dogs found dead inside this large Ohio home. Officials believe carbon monoxide is to blame. Thursday afternoon, a relative called police when they couldn't reach the family, telling them they had been complaining of feeling sick. So police went to check on the family and saw someone unconscious. They went into the home but smelled something suspicious. First responders finding incredibly toxic levels of carbon monoxide.
We did not find any carbon monoxide detectors within the residence.
What's more, CO is colorless and odorless, and symptoms mimic the flu.
That's why we stress the importance of having carbon monoxide detectors in your home.
Everyday appliances can produce carbon monoxide. Dryers, water heaters, gas stoves, and ovens, just about anything that can produce heat.
And Gio with us live again tonight. I know, Gio, investigators are still trying to figure out what caused those deadly levels of carbon monoxide, but sadly, they did not have detectors, and authorities are reminding everyone tonight, as you just pointed out, there are a number of things in the home can create carbon monoxide.
That's right, David. Gas appliances in particular, you want to make sure that those are vented properly. And you also want to make sure that your heating systems are properly inspected every single year by a professional. And of course, get that CO detector. That is the most important, David.
Gio Benitez again tonight. Thanks, Gio. There is news tonight about the deadly school shooting at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. Students pleading for their lives on their last day of classes. Well, tonight, the 911 calls have now just been released, and here's ABC's Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, we hear for the first time the chilling 911 calls of students and faculty under siege as a college classroom erupts in gunfire.
Charlotte 911, do you need police, fire, or medic?
Both police and medic.
The gunman, a former student, began firing in a University of North Carolina at Charlotte classroom.
There's a shooter on UNC Charlotte campus.
The frantic 911 calls, ordered by police to protect identities, kept pouring in.
Is anybody injured? Do you see anybody shot? He was pretty close to some people on the far side of the room, so it's pretty likely that he hit somebody.
When the shooting ends, 2 dead, 4 injured, 2 critically. A suspected killer as callous as they come.
Can you tell us what happened?
There likely would have been more casualties if it were not for 21-year-old Riley Howell, who died attempting to fight the gunman. On Thursday, North Carolina honoring Howell as the hero made his way home. A memorial service for Howell is scheduled for Sunday. He and the other student killed, Ellis Parlier, only 19, were both granted their degrees. David?
Pierre Thomas with us tonight. Pierre, thank you. The White House tonight, President Trump on the phone today with Vladimir Putin. And after Robert Mueller found sweeping efforts by the Russians to meddle in the election, the president is asked, did you confront Putin? How did he respond today? Here's ABC's chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl.
After his hour-long conversation with Vladimir Putin today, President Trump was asked if he confronted him about Russian election meddling.
Mr. President, did you address the election meddling issues that came up in the Mueller report with Mr. Putin today?
We discussed it. He actually sort of smiled when he said something to the effect that it started off as a mountain and it ended up being a mouse. But he knew that because he knew there was no collusion whatsoever.
But what about Russian meddling in the U.S. election? The president was asked again.
So we had a good conversation about many different things, okay?
Did you ask him not to
meddle in the next election?
We didn't discuss that. Really, we didn't discuss it.
Special counsel Robert Mueller determined Russian efforts to hurt Hillary Clinton and help Donald Trump in the 2016 election were, quote, sweeping and systematic. And the leaders of the major intelligence agencies and the president's #1 ally on Capitol Hill have warned Putin will try to do it again in 2020.
They were very involved in the 2016 election. They're coming at us again. I'd like to stop them.
But the president disagrees, telling Fox News he doesn't think Russia will target the U.S. again.
I don't believe they will be. I don't believe they will.
And John Karl reporting in tonight from the White House. And John, we have reported here that Robert Mueller is in talks to appear before the House Judiciary Committee. But tonight, after Republican Senator Lindsey Graham told our Mary Bruce that this is done, he won't call Mueller to testify in the Senate. Today, he reached out to Robert Mueller.
Earlier this week, he was adamant that Mueller would not come before the Senate Judiciary Committee, as you said, that he was done. But now today he has written a letter to Robert Mueller saying, quote, please inform the committee if he would like to talk about his conversations with Attorney General Barr. But I've got to tell you, David, the idea that Robert Mueller, who almost never speaks in public, would call the committee and ask to testify seems remote at best.
Seems so. John Karl at the White House, thank you. President Trump and Vladimir Putin also discussing the crisis unfolding in Venezuela. And tonight, ABC News is one-on-one with the opposition leader, Juan Guaido, who the U.S. now recognizes as the president of Venezuela. But Putin recognizes President Maduro. Tonight, what does this opposition leader now say about the potential for any U.S. military intervention? ABC senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell in Venezuela tonight.
Tonight, Venezuela's opposition leader Juan Guaido in this rare face-to-face interview, speaking to us just days after rallying supporters to the streets and calling for the military to topple the Maduro government.
Do you want to see American military intervention? Debemos evaluar todas las opciones.
We must evaluate all our options so that we can rescue Venezuela.
Guaido's backed by the Trump administration and other regional allies, but says Maduro gets foreign military assistance.
The only intervention that exists today in Venezuela is from Cuba, who comes here to do military intelligence, and Russian military planes coming into Venezuela without the authorization from the Venezuelan parliament.
It's been a bloody week. At least 5 dead, hundreds of opposition supporters injured by those loyal to Maduro, who remains defiant. Flanked by military leaders Thursday saying, "We're never going to give up." Guaido's calling for more protests this weekend. And there are concerns this could lead to more violence.
So let's get to Ian Pannell. He's live near one of the military bases where the opposition leader is calling for more protests this weekend. But as you know, Ian, he has already called this the, quote, final phase. He said this days ago, and yet Maduro is still in power.
Yeah, you're right, David. The question I put to Juan Guaido, but he says he and his supporters are going to go back on the streets and stay there until they achieve their aims. But after months of protests, of people being killed, injured and arrested, the question has to be asked whether or when they can achieve their aims. So tomorrow, a key test for Guaido and his ability to overthrow Maduro. David?
We'll be watching it all weekend long very closely, Ian. Thank you. And now to the measles emergency tonight on board that cruise ship. The ship is now on the move at this hour. 300 passengers have been kept on board, and what they'll have to do, or they won't let them off. ABC's Victor Akendo again tonight.
Tonight, we're learning the 300 passengers and crew aboard the Free Winds cruise ship will remain quarantined when they arrive at the ship's home port on the island of Curacao. Curaçao's Ministry of Health telling ABC News, all of our efforts are geared toward trying to avoid any further spread of disease. Everyone on board has been stuck on the ship since arriving in St. Lucia Tuesday, when a doctor confirmed a single case of measles. The Free Winds, shown here in a promotional video, is reportedly owned by the Church of Scientology and used for religious retreats and advanced spiritual counseling. That ship now hours away from Curacao. Health officials there say when it arrives, they will board and assess who is vaccinated or needs to be before deciding what to do next. But those on board who were previously vaccinated may be allowed to disembark. David, after that assessment, officials tell ABC News that if all goes well, that ship may be allowed to leave on the next leg of its trip. David?
All right, Victor, thank you. Now to the deadly cyclone slamming India and Bangladesh tonight. More than 3 million people have been ordered to evacuate. Cyclone Fani making landfall near Puri, India, the equivalent of a Category 3 hurricane. Winds nearly 120 miles per hour. Just incredible video coming in. The cyclone is now moving toward Bangladesh. Back here at home tonight, and to the alarming moment captured by a new dad in the delivery room. His twins had just been born. Video showing a doctor dropping one of the premature infants. It's difficult to watch, but tonight, why the parents want you to see it. Here's ABC's Adrienne Bankert.
Tonight, it's video that is hard to watch. A newborn baby slips out of a doctor's hands, dropped head first. Attendants catch little Morgan Rogers as it appears she could have landed on the floor.
It made me so mad, like I had to stop recording.
Derek Rogers was recording video of his twin daughters seconds after they were born. The father says doctors never apologized.
He had a nonchalant look on his face, and I showed him the video, and he had nothing to say after that.
A week later, an ultrasound revealed Morgan, a preemie, had a brain hemorrhage. His wife Monique says her daughter's behavior is causing her concern.
She does this tensing up, and her body kind of shakes.
The hospital released a statement saying they're conducting a review and, quote, the safety of our patients and their families is always our top concern. Now the parents are waiting until August for a neurologist to examine their little girl.
Medical experts tell us that premature babies can be prone to brain hemorrhages. And we're also told that while dropping babies is not an ordinary occurrence, it does happen from time to time. David?
All right, Adrienne Bankert tonight. Adrienne, thank you. A major headline about the American economy for you tonight. The U.S. adding 263,000 jobs in April, far more than expected. Unemployment falling to 3.6%. That's the lowest level since 1969. The Dow responding, jumping 197 points today, closing at 26,504. Much more ahead on World News Tonight this Friday. The mid-air scare returning to LAX, what the